Hi, my name is Günal Özeneler. I'm an environmental engineer. I am the deputy chairman of TU1K Engineering and Consultancy Incorporation, which is established in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. We are providing environmental consultancy services in the country, in Turkey, and also in the nearby countries. So we are very much interested in the environmental solutions for different sectors, including transportation network. So I will just try to explain some brief information regarding green logistics. In the global aspect, we can say that in 1980s, green logistic as a concept was started by some international well-known companies. It is not necessary to mention the names without causing any advertisement issue. So they started to come up with some approaches which will lead to environmental solutions for less environmental pollution due to the logistical operations in the sector. And this was supported with different approaches like waste management or cargo fleet management, which includes different transportation modules. For example, when you are bringing some freight to the port in order to deploy the loads or goods to the receiver. So you just deploy it in the port and then you just carry it to the train instead of distributing them using many trucks, cargo trucks. This also brings the advantage of low emissions. And due to that reason, it was always the aim to optimize the distribution network. As I mentioned, environmental solutions, it also includes the waste management, because while you are in your operation, you cause different types of waste and you have to optimize it. And for that purpose, the different companies are working in different environmental solutions in the sector. When you look at the issue in the Turkish logistic sector, when you look at some well-known Turkish companies, you do not come across with some international brand logistic companies' approaches. So I think there's a long way to go for the Turkish companies. And at the moment in Turkey, the green logistic is understood like being green rather than optimizing your operations. So I think with the legislation upgrades in Turkey, with the legislative changes, this will be a kind of mandatory issue. Currently there are some legislative requirements, for example, fuel type or the engine type are one of those examples, which can lead less amount of emissions and more efficient engine and the operation efficiencies. And I think there could be some other studies to be mentioned in terms of what the approach can be done by the leading companies in this transportation sector for the shipping sector. Those can include just optimization of the fleet performance or the employment or the employee management, because increasing the environmental awareness among the employees of the logistic companies is one of the key things, because you should increase the environmental awareness among your staff in order to achieve environmental aims or the environmental goals of the company. So these are the principal approaches in order to come up with environmental better solutions, which will lead green logistics in the cargo or the shipment services.